Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Operation RCT, Germany turn number 7, and it was a hot one today. 97 on the thermometer, 107 on the heat index. But we had a stiff breeze that occasionally brought some gusts with a wind chill of 103, so it wasn't all bad. Let's roll some dice for tech. Here's the purchase for $24. Two self-propelled artillery, 2 infantry, 2 cavalry, 1 militia, and that is our 24 bucks. We're going to go up with radar, advanced mechs, advanced subs, and a long-range aircraft. And we are going to do the Bruce method here because it works so well to him. I mean, my gosh, his tech program's going nuts. I sort of incorporated a little bit of it last time, but now I'm going to copy it exactly. And let's see. Oh, well, we got 2. So we got the 7, so radar and long range, and the 1-5 miss. All right, so good news. Radar goes to 3. Long range goes to 3. And if you look at that U.S. Tech, that should be like turn 11 or 12. That's ridiculous. All right, let's go into some combat because this is it. This is the turn we're going to roll dice. I may cramp up while I'm rolling. I drank plenty of fluids before this, but there is going to be a lot of dice rolled. Not as many as you would think because we're going to play it somewhat safe. We are going to just basically declare war. Poland, Belgium, Switzerland, France, Britain. So we've got our naval battle up there, which is the 4 ships versus the torpedo boat destroyer. And this will be the first impulse. Coming down here into Switzerland will be all 4 planes, the dive bomber, the medium bomber, and then the 2 fighters. And I'm really missing that Spanish fighter that I sent him. Wish I had not done that. From Bavaria will be 2 infantry, 1 mountain, 1 cavalry, and 1 airborne. All right, that's into Switzerland. On Western Germany in the card, we've got the air transport and the strategic bomber, which will pick up airborne, come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Bavaria. I'm just going to put them back there. They're going to land 2 paratroopers there. I put the 2 markers there just to remind me to drop both there in southern France. The next attack will be in Belgium here. We're going to take the 7th Panzer in, which 2 infantry are not. They will non-com later. So that is 3 infantry, 3 mechanized infantry, 5 medium armor, 3 light armor, 4 self-propelled artillery, and then this medium armor here from Eastern Germany will come over 1-2, so it will not be able to blitz into Picardy. So these are the non-blitzing units here at the back of the card. Blitzing on the first. I'm assuming I'll get through that in 2 rounds. We do have some convoy rating. I couldn't think of what it was. The sub down here in A48 comes up 1 to A46. This sub here from A35 comes down, will come this way, 1, 2. And both subs will convoy 46. This sub will get out of dodge just in case there's any combat implications. He'll come down 1, 2 into 45. The sub that's in A44 will come over 1, 2 into M4. Convoy raid there. We've got a convoy raid here in I4. That German sub will just stay put. The battle cruiser will go into raider mode, and I don't have a raider chip. That's why I was using that skeleton crew, so we'll turn it over. And sort of, like the pirate flag, raising the black flag. It'll raid there in P64. And that should be good. Let's roll some dice. I guess we'll start up there with that naval battle. Oh, I do see my red marker here. I've got a coastal sub. There's a, well, it doesn't matter. It's only one space. So it comes from A11 into the battle as well. So always mark. It always is very helpful. All right, so coastal sub is a first strike. And it will be at a 2. Oh, close. All right, so I have 2 torpedo boat destroyers. I got a coastal defense ship and a destroyer. So those will be 4s. The torpedo boat destroyers will be the yellow at 2. And we got a 1. So we got a hit. The torpedo boat destroyer, Polish one, fires back at a 2 and misses. So I'm going to take that off the board, and then I'm just going to move all these into port, with the exception of the coastal sub, because it can't go. So they will go in port here in, what is that, Eastern Germany. I'll put that marker there. All right. Oh, don't need that anymore. Put it over there. That's dead. All right. I gotta have a dead pile. We'll put the dead pile here in the Sahara Desert. All right, next will be convoy right here in A46. I don't have my convoy dice out. Let me set this down and grab them. All right, so I've got British and German dice, but I can't find them. Oh, I do. Here we go. German will be the black. I can't find the British dice, so we'll just use the red as the British. There is a +2 for the subs. So we have 5 to 3. So let's grab a 2 spot. So we get 2 with the first sub. Second sub gets 3 to 1, or 3 to 2. So that will be 1, and I think that maxes out that line at 3. Our next sub here will be in M4. Nothing. That's the one I needed. We got I4. We got 2 convoy lines here, each worth 1. So we'll have max there. So we're going to put 1 on the British. And there's a 1 on the FEC. All right, so last but not least is the battle cruiser, which is also a +2. And we get 2 there, and I think that's the max on that line. So we maxed out all the lines except for the big one. Failed completely. All right, that is that. Get those markers off. Moving markers, moving dice. We don't need those anymore. So we've got a walk-on. We've got Switzerland. Let's just do Switzerland here, which is, we've got, oh, I got to roll that separately because the target select of the tactical bomber, well, doesn't matter, it missed. All right, now the medium bomber. Medium bomber's a hit. I got 2 fighters at 6. There's another hit. I've got mountain infantry at 2, and then also a cavalry at 2. Misses. And then 2 infantry and a paratrooper, and they are all at 1. So close. All right, so I got 2. So Switzerland will lose 1 militia, 1 mountain. All right, so their militia fires back at a 2. Dang it. And they've got 3 mountain at 5. Oh my gosh, they get 3. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. I knew that was going to happen. All right, so round 2. Target select for the tactical. Doesn't matter, it's a hit. Medium bomber at a 7. Misses. 2 fighters at 6. There's the hit. All right, so firing back is the 2 mountain infantry at 5. Dang it. So now we're in trouble. Now we are in big trouble. So we take Switzerland with the airborne. Man, things could go awry really bad. All right, that's not how you want to start off. Over in Belgium, we've got 4 self-propelled artillery at first strikes at 3. Nothing. All right, so we've got 6 medium armor at 6. 1. Oh, come on. I am not. All right, so what else do we have? We've got 3 light armor at 3 and 3 mechanized infantry at 3. So that's 6 at 3. Oh my gosh. Starting to sweat. 3 infantry at 2. Oh my gosh, there's 2. So we got a total of 3 of the 4 that's there. So that leaves 1 infantry left. And they have 4 back at 4. They got 1. All right, so we lose 1 infantry. So we'll take that chip off. Round 2, let's go to the 6 medium armor. 2 hits. 3 hits. Okay, so we're good. Fighting back is the 1 Belgium infantry. Oh my gosh. I'll have to lose that last infantry. Okay, so heavy casualties. We'll go on into Picardy. These 2 have to stay in Belgium, that medium armor and infantry. All right, so that completely changes just about everything we were going to do. All right, so we've got a maneuver now, or non-com from the first impulse. We've got these 2 infantry here from Western Germany going over to Eastern Germany. We're going to land all our planes in Bavaria. Oh man, we're hosed. We are freaking hosed. All right, so the second impulse, the 7th Panzer will go into Normandy. The medium armor from Belgium will join the card. And the 2 infantry, or 2 paratroopers from Aquitaine, I say that. 1 goes into Aquitaine with the paratrooper. The medium bomber goes 1, 2, 3. It'll have a movement of 3 left. We've got an air transport which grabs this infantry that's in, or airborne that's in Bavaria. 1, 2, 3. He'll drop him into Aquitaine. From Switzerland, that airborne walks. From southern France, that airborne walks. And now we've got to put all our planes in there. The 2 fighters, the tactical bomber, and we didn't drop a second, so we're going to use this strategic bomber. 1, 2, 3, and it'll have 4 left in, and I'm going to put it on the card so I remember to roll it. All right, so that attack. Oh, I fear what's coming here. All right, so we were going to use some planes and attack Poland. Ah, yeah, that doesn't seem like a very good attack. It's all infantry and artillery. We are, however, going to give it one round and see what happens. So 2, 4, 6. We're going to leave 1. 2 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft gun. All right, so let's do the 2 critical battles here. In Aquitaine, we're going to have 1 paratrooper that walked. He'll be at a 2. 1 paratrooper that dropped. He'll be at a 3. 1 medium bomber at a 7. There we go. Whew. All right, so the Legionnaire is gone. He defends at a 4, and he doesn't. All right. Let's sweat to the Alsace-Lorraine there. There's 2 militia there. They shouldn't put up a defense. So I've got 2 paratroopers at 2. Nothing. 2 fighters at 6. See? Tactical at a 7. Oh my gosh, nothing. 2 militia at 2. Nothing. Whew. All right, starting round 2. Got the 2 airborne. There's 1 hit. 2 fighters. There's the 2nd hit. All right, just for grins, the tactical. Unbelievable. We only got 2 hits. All right. So the 2 militia fire back at 2s. Oh my gosh, they got 1. That could have been so bad. So we're going to lose 1 of our airborne. All right. Oh, man. All right, so all those planes, I didn't mark them, but they all have 4 left. Before we do the big battle, let's go over to Poland, see if we get any first strikes. With the 3s, we didn't. We got 4 infantry at 2. There's 1 hit. And we got 2 infantry at 3, and I probably shouldn't have tried this. There's 2 hits. So we got 2 hits. They have what there? 3 infantry and a cavalry. So the cavalry's at 2. Oh my gosh. 3 infantry at 4. 2 hits. So we traded 2 for 2. So they'll lose the cavalry and an infantry, and we'll lose 2. Let's press on and see if we can take Poland. So we've got 2 infantry at 2. There. Oh, wow. Okay. Then we would have had 4 at 3 for the 2 artillery. Well, we didn't get anything with that. So fortunately, the 2 infantry got it. There's 2 infantry left for Poland at 4, and they both missed. So we got extremely lucky in that battle. All right, so we take it with 4 infantry, 2 artillery, and an anti-aircraft gun. All right, so now what? The last battle, Normandy. We've got our strategic bomber. I'm just going to roll the 3 dice for that, see what happens. They're at 2. Oh my gosh, we got 2 hits. They are not first strike. I think at one time they used to be something similar. So we're going to lose the artillery and an infantry. They still get the fire back, though. And then it's going to go back and land in Bavaria. I'll land the rest later. So now it's off the card. All right, so let's move these around. We do have a river there, so I got to roll -1. So we're going to have 4. Oh, it doesn't affect the self-propelled artillery, so that's 4 at 3. And these will be first strikes, so there's 2 there. So we're going to adjust because I know they're going to take this as a first strike. So we're going to have to chip this out. So, all right, so that means No, not 2, because we would have gotten 2 infantry with the bomber, and then we had first strike of 2. So this artillery gets to shoot, but that infantry here does not. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's the French artillery first strike. All right, it fails. So let's get those out of there. They did not get the fire back. There was 10 infantry there to start with, so there should be, there's 6, 7, 8, 9. So I did that wrong. No, I didn't, because 1 infantry that makes 10 was a first strike. So these get to defend. There is 7 infantry and 2 motorized left. Let's go on to the 3 lights, 3 mechanized infantry. So that'll be 6 at 2. All right, is that 6? Yeah, 6 dice. All right, so there's a 3rd hit. I'll keep that separate because I already took those 2 off. All right, so now we've got 6 at 5. Whoops. Oh, there's a dice. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here's the medium armor at 5s. So there's 1, 2, 3. All right, so that means there should be a total of 2, 4, 6 in the dead pile. So there's 2 already. So let's take 3, 4. So 6 in the dead pile, 3 infantry left, 2 motorized. Let's return fire. All right, so the French have, well, they're all at 4. So 1, 2, 5. So there's 5 left and 6 dead. So that's how we'll roll it. So we'll roll 6 at 4 for the dead. 6. I'm having a trouble counting that. All right, so we've got, oh, that's perfect. Nothing there. Now we've got 5 dead for the living. And there's 3. Ouch. All right, so payback. I think we'll lose 2 light armor and 1 mechanized. Originally, I had airborne that were coming from this battle in there to be casualties. But as you can see, Switzerland cost me some good units. All right, so now we're round 2. The river is no more. So we're at full speed. So let's do the 6 armor at 6. It'd be nice to wipe them out. There's 1. Oh, 2. Doggone it. All right, so there's 2 hits. All right. Next will be, all these are at 3 actually. So 4 self-propelled artillery, 1 light, and 2 mechanized. So that's going to be 7. So there's 7. All right, so we need 3 more hits. These are all at 3. So there's 1, 2. So we go to round 3 of combat. So we kill 4. So 3 infantry and 1 motorized will be left. And so they'll have 5 at 4 for a defense for the French. There's 2. Oh my gosh, 3 again. All right, so there's 2. We're going to have to lose that light armor. Now we've got, what, 1 left. 1 motorized left defending Normandy. Let's roll our tanks because that's what we love. The 7th Panzer. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so 1, 4 back. Do they get a self-propelled artillery? No. All right. All right, so the casualties were heavy. There's no doubt about that. So let's land our planes. This medium bomber and air transport from Aquitaine will go back 1, 2, 3 into Bavaria. The tactical bomber will go to Bavaria. The 2 fighters will go to Berlin. The seaplane will go to Berlin. All right, so now what do we got here? This is dead. Let's get that out of there. Man, we lost a ton of stuff. German dead, Allied. Painful. All right, so we'll get our dice out of there. What other moves do we got here? We've got an infantry here in Slovakia, which will rail to Eastern Germany. I think that's it. That's the extent of our movement. So let's flip over some roundels. So Germany will get 1 for Switzerland, 2 for Belgium, and 1 for East Poland. So that's a total of 4 that we go up. So that goes to 28. So in doing Vichy, we don't get to collect this one. I'll leave that there, though, because we're going to create Vichy. All right, so Aquitaine is 1. All this goes away because Paris is surrounded. Doesn't really count as casualties. It's 18 units, but they didn't get to do anything. All right, so 1 for Aquitaine, 1 for Normandy, 1 for Picardy, 3 for Alsace. I need a marker there. All right, 3 for Paris. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to go up 9. And that puts us at 37. France is gone. They have $10. So I'm going to put $10 here. That's the French money. In no way, shape, or form repays the losses. There's no doubt about that. All right, so that is... And then, of course, with the fall of France, we get to align one of these 3. So we're going to align Hungary. So I'm going to move them up 2 more for Hungary. All right, and now we get to move our stuff here in whatchamacallit here. We're going to take, in France, we're going to take 2 self-propelled and two paratroopers to move into Alsace-Lorraine with that 3rd paratrooper. And then the 7th Panzer will go back into Paris. Actually, one of the paratroopers will go into Paris. So the 7th Panzer is now in Paris. Yeah, all right. And that consists of 6 tanks and 2 self-propelled artillery. Oh, dead. Now we're to the part of the turn where we roll for all the Vichy stuff. And I've got that on my iPad. All right, creation of Vichy. All right. Oh, you know what? I got to find the French box so you can study the creation of Vichy. While I'm getting that, I should have had that out. I got all the Vichy and Free France markers, but I didn't get the French pieces box. All right, so the creation here has 3 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 fighter in southern France. So we're going to put that in there real quick, along with the 2 markers indicating that that's Vichy. All right. All right, so let's get rid of that German marker now. Where is the markers? There they are. All right, so 2 Vichy, Corsica and southern France. All right. So that means southern or Vichy is, there it is, up to 1. And we'll add that to the German income. All right, so next up is roll for Vichy naval units. So let's see. There are none in port, so we don't have to roll that. All right. Here is the chart for the dice. 1 to 3 joins the Allies. 4 to 7 scuttled. 8 to 10 Vichy. And here's what we want. Everything 11 and 12 to join the Axis. All right, so let's start where we see ships, which will be up there. There's a battleship in A23, I think. And the dice say... Woo! All right, Germany gains a battleship. He'll go in port as well. Next, what do we see here? We've got a torpedo boat destroyer in A18. 6 is scuttled, I believe. Yes, so he is gone. And next over is a destroyer, then a light cruiser. Destroyer. 6, he is gone. Light cruiser. 4, I think that... Nope, that's gone too. All right. So those are both gone. Next, we'll roll for the French fighter, because that's what we should be doing, right? There's a battleship in A28. 3. Okay, that's free French. That stays there. Destroyer in A35. Destroyer in A44. 35 is sunk. 44 is German. So nice. All right. So I'm sensing a Kriegsmarine comeback. No, let's see. Next, the only ships left here are at the sub-conference here. So is that right? Yeah. I don't see any more. All right, so we've got 4 subs. So we're going to roll all those together. So an 11 is Japan. A 10 is Vichy. And 7 is scuttled. And everybody got one. Free France gets one. So we'll leave one there. The Japan sub, I don't know. I think it can stay there if it wants. I'm going to put this marker under it to signify that Japan got a sub, and Randall can decide, or Sergeant Shellhole can decide where that goes. Finally, 2 transports, and we can roll those together. Japan and scuttled. So Japan made a haul. Germany made a haul. Vichy gets a sub. That's all they got. Vichy was all they got was a sub. So the Vichy Navy is somewhat defunct here. So we'll put that sub in M1. All right, so that's it for the pieces. Everything else is territory. Oh, my iPad went off. Took too long. All right, so that is the ships. Oh, here's the ships on the build queue. We have a battleship and a heavy cruiser. So this will be the battleship first. 6 is scuttled. The heavy cruiser is a 2. That is scuttled as well, right? Yeah. So both of these are gone. That's German. We'll have to build that. All right. Next, we are on to territories. And this one's pretty simple. 1 to 6 is free France. Let's put that here so we don't have to keep looking at it. All right, so 6 and under. Oh, come on. Where's the 6? There it is. 6 and under. 7 and over will be Vichy. But we do need this for the territories. All right, so the Pacific. Here's the big one for Japan. Immediate income. And it is. So Japan scores big. And you know, oddly enough, 75% of the time, Japan gets these. I don't know why that is. So, Anatonkan, Cochin China, Caledonia, and Gambier Islands. I got to use that one the last time in a great attack. So Japan will go up 2. All right, that also cuts off the Lend-Lease through France there. All right, next up, Somaliland, Madagascar, and Reunion, which is these down here. And let's roll the dice. 4, so those will be free French. So let me get that out there. So those 3 territories are free. And they will go up to 1. We'll keep track as we go here. Next up, Algeria. So that is these 3 Algerian territories. And survey says 7. So they are Vichy. All right, and that is only 1 point. So Vichy goes up 1. Next up is, don't go off, French Guiana. That's this block here of, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's these 4 territories right here. And that is 8 Vichy. All right, so I'm going to put 1 Vichy marker there. Next up is Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. All right. And that is free. So, oddly enough, this almost always goes free French. So, these are free French. So, they go up 1 there. So, it's 2-2. They are tied. Now we've got, I think, just the single territories, right? Doesn't say, but yeah, you would think it would say. All right, so we've got French Morocco, Tunisia, and Syria to break the tie. Let's start with Morocco. Free. Tunisia. Vichy. All right, well, where's my Vichy markers here? There we go. All right, so that means they're both up to 3. Tying China. Somebody's going ahead. Last one is Syria, unless I've missed something. I don't think I have. Let's see who gets those dollars. 4, so free France. So they take the lead. So there they are. Free France and Syria up to 4. And I believe that's it for the turn, right? I've rolled for ships, territories, the build queue. I did my non-coms. I just have to place my units now, don't I? All right, so let's place our units. And I may have to do it a little differently now that I'm sitting here. All right, so for sure, the 2 self-propelled artillery are going in eastern Germany, along with an infantry. I've got an infantry going in western Germany. I've got 2 cavalry in Bavaria and the militia going in Bohemia. No walk-ons. How else can I do that? You know, I could put the infantry in Bohemia and the militia in Königsberg, because that battleship will give me a militia. Plus I got 2 fighters to scramble. All right, so I think we're good with that. let's see what's going on here. I think that's it. Let's look at some cash. Get rid of that. We are at 39, unless I think that's right. I don't know if that's right or not. Where was I? I was at 24. I got to 28. Got Hungary to 30. 9 for France. All right. And then 3 for Vichy. All right. So 39 and 3 is 42. So we're just going to put that right down there. We got 10. That is the French money. And now we've got Sweden plus 3. And that's it. Yep. All right. So that will be, that's not very much, is it? 42, 52, 55. $55 for the next turn. Let's do a recap. Starting way over there, we've got a battle cruiser in raider mode. We got a sub in I-4. Japan has a transport, which I'm sure they want to take back here to Tokyo. I don't know about their sub. In M4 is a sub. 2 subs in A46, 1 sub in A45. We've got in Paris 1 airborne, 6 medium armor, 2 self-propelled artillery. Alsace-Lorraine is 2 self-propelled artillery, 2 airborne. Bavaria, 2 cavalry, tactical, air transport, medium bomber, strategic bomber. Belgium is 1 infantry. Oh, you know what? I could move him on my second impulse. I think I will. I'll move him back to Western Germany because I get a second non-combat move. All right, so that's 2 infantry in Western Germany. Berlin is a seaplane, 2 fighters. In port in Eastern Germany, 2 destroyers, 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 1 transport, 1 battleship, 1 coastal defense ship, a coastal sub in A-12. Eastern Germany, 2 infantry, 2 self-propelled artillery, Bohemia infantry, Slovakia infantry, Hungary, 2 infantry and a fighter, Königsberg, a militia, and Western Poland is 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 anti-aircraft gun. All right, that's it. It's a wrap. We got her done in 43 minutes. And next up will be Russia. And unfortunately, their income rolls have not been very good. So what do they need? They need a 3 to get the research. I'm pretty sure they'll get that because it's a D12 this turn. 9, well, they need 7 to get to wartime where they can actually do something. All right. Thanks for watching. Next up is Russia, and then we'll see what Japan has in store for us.